Riftbreaker. Now, I realized after the fact that my stream had actually cut off last night, which was a little bit inconvenient. So, for those of you who were watching at the time, apologies, I hadn't realized I'd left you behind. I continued to play. And for those watching on YouTube later on, sorry about the half video. I will take some time to go edit that, and just, at least let people know at the end that this did cut off. That was the entirety of the video. But anyway, we'll have to catch you up on our progress. So we're going to hit continue and go from here. And I'm going to keep an eye on the kill bit rate down at the bottom right at the moment. Just make sure that we don't lose too much. Anyway, so we actually did get out of the desert and back to home base. We'd set up our Tanzanite mining outpost, so that's shipping away. And we started to create these. Oh, we do have incoming as well.
Carbonium deposit depleted. Right. Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
So we started setting up some of these guys here, which is basically fabricating carbonium and ironium out of thin air. The downside, of course, is it takes a lot of power, and you can see that our power is actually in deficit at the moment, or negative, meaning that we're drawing down on our storage. That's probably most likely because it's night time, we're not getting our solar batteries happening. We can see that our gas is flickering.
Carbonium deposit depleted.
And I am just gonna go do something with that actually. So that's been annoying me. In that the output of this gas is 25 a second. You want to take... okay. I spent ages looking at this last night. I must have been...
Base efficiency is back to normal. Are available for development.
So I must have, for some reason, thinking that these were outputting 100, but that's their storage, and they're actually outputting 25.
Warning: a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Not that amazing, really. So they're taking 100 sludges like a second, and they're only giving us 25, which is enough to power one of these bad boys. So this is why can't have nice things, or rather why we go like this, go like this, go like this, and then we'll get back to our proper sort of ratios here. Now we'll just cut this off as well, and then these guys should completely fill this guy. Alright. So that's a lot less efficient than I was hoping for. Hopefully we can do something else with sludge. I do kind of feel like it's not that amazing at the moment, but there's probably probably some upgrades or something. We were also crafting some new weapons. The last attack actually did manage to do a little bit of a break in our wall just up the top left here. Oh, incoming sneeze. Managed to mute the mic thanks to my beautiful Razer headsets. They've got a little mic muting that you just press on the microphone. Anyway, so they've broken through up the top left here and destroyed a turret. There were quite a few mobs coming through now, which is good. It's the sort of thing that you do want to see in the Riftbreaker. It was the big promise of the game of these massive attacks coming.
Warning. Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
But basically we've got these couple
of nests up the top right. The technology queue is idle. Select new technologies for development.
Eliminate at some point.
Research completed.
Now we'll wander up and do that. In the meantime, let's just keep our research queue going. We are going to have to do some upgrades soon, I think. And the other thing that we don't have that we're going to be needing... ooh. Actually, you can go up the top. Really want you. And what's this? Shockwave. Freeze and damages. But I'm going to need titanium. I'm hoping that these things don't need titanium. Cobalt, cobalt. Alright. I really do want to upgrade these so that they do have, they're working a bit better, because at the moment, the other thing that we set up last night, just down the bottom here with this expanded area into the base, which is maybe really light on the defenses now that I think about it. But basically we're pulling the mud out, which converting it into water, and then some of this water is going over to these gas generators that are powering, the biocomposters I should say, that are powering these gas generators on the right hand side and giving us copious amounts of power to help with our fabrication of carbonium and ironium. And then we've got these cultivators happening here as well, where these guys are basically making biomass for me. So my biomass is, I was going to say slowly going down, but not so slowly going down. So we really do want to try and get more biomass generation happening. So we've got this guy over here. The geyser that's outputting a little bit of mud. We're using that mud to also generate some biomass. But we're probably also going to want to see if we can grab this guy down here to do it as well. So we'll grab our geothermal generator, put him this way, grab our water filtering plant, and then just line up the inputs.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Grab our cultivator, line that up, as well as our harvesting station. That's of course going to break the power chain. Just do this so that we can get more things happening. Now, of course, this is going to need to be walled off. Turrets.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Yes, I know it's full. It's full for some time now.
Warning! A new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Power to these guys. And we'll do this. Excellent, so we've got a little bit more power incoming, and then we've got this cultivator starting up as well. I wonder if we get more biomass. It'd be really nice if we could determine what the outputs are. We can change the plants that it's creating here. And then it tells us that we get biomass, but not necessarily how much.
I am sensing distant thunder strikes. They are getting closer. Prepare for a thunderstorm.
Great. So I might just change that so that its output is now this Ratus Cristalla Rosea.
The storm is
instead
getting
of just
really
grass.
intense. I hope it doesn't overload our power grid.
Now, what it should do from the looks of things, it's also going to grab some additional bits and pieces. Overload power grid, I just heard. And it just filtered through to my brain. Okay, that's probably a really bad thing.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
How's this research coming? For a while off. Alright. In the meantime, we are slowly running out of biomass. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to get some more biomass happening. Which does suggest to me that we do want another outpost base.
The weather has calmed down.
And I'm wondering if down the bottom right here is going to be a good option. We can set up some mines while we're at it. Maybe run a power line. Or we could do local power. Thing is that we've got these going on. Just relatively low stored. Oh no, that's fairly high now that I think on it. Okay. And we should have a good amount of power. So what we'll do, good bit rate, keep an eye on that, make sure we're not disconnecting. I don't know what happened last night. It's all part of the experience and learning. Learning about all this streaming business.
Warning, hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Alright, so keep running power out here. Is this where I was going to build? I think I was going to build down here, but this looks almost like a decent spot as well. Let's have a look here. So it's quite close, it gives me a little bit more carbonium. And we could just run, kind of capture this area here.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
We have full carbonium storage now, which is good. You know what? I think I will just build here. It's convenient. I'm just going to take the shortcut this time.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. You should go there and clear it out.
Oh yeah. Dramatic music. Oh, well, basically do this relatively unmolested. Now we're going to put carbonium factories on these. next thing I'm going to do is just maybe drop in some local power.
Warning. Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
And some local AI hubs. Yeah, so the next thing that we're going to set up is defenses, so that our workforce doesn't get destroyed by an attack at some point. So running power along the walls is the next job here. Ooh, I think that's not sludge. Sludge, then taking some damage when I do that. A bad habit of just kind of running through that. Right, so that gives us those. Next thing that I'm going to do is I just want to set up a radar tower and put in place our repair functions. Basically repair minor damage. It's not going to stop a horde, but it will at least just give us the ability to sort of ignore our walls.
Is imminent. We should build stronger defenses around our base.
Okay, here we go. We do have a big attack coming in. Running out of AI cores. Where's it going to come from? From the bottom left and top right left. The bottom left is just going to go straight into this little outpost here. So that's fine. Hello, we've got a cat wandering across the keyboard. Hi cat. Everyone say hello to the real
Base is
pigs.
under attack.
And the, yeah, okay, good thing I did set that up there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run an upgrade here. I do think this should survive. I think it's only a single skull, so I'm hopeful that that just means nothing too bad. Famous last words. We are going to drop down a way to teleport here. Hi cat. Come on, in or out? In or out? You're gonna sit on my lap or not? No, you're just gonna bump the microphone with your head. I'm sure everyone appreciates that. Look down the rocket towers.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
We're not using cobalt for a whole heap of things. Right.
Warning. Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Artillery. So artillery might even start attacking things that are... Yep, thought so.
Danger! Hostile creatures are approaching our base. Get ready for battle.
Cat, come on. Come on.
Base is under
Kill
attack.
me here. Alright, so these guys down the bottom left is the ones that I really want to make sure they don't go anywhere. And we've got that version 2 of the flamer here. So we're going to try this out. Whoa! Off to a bang. Okay, let's sit here. Limit the amount that actually come at me. Help out with that flamer here. So my turrets seem to need it. Doing a pretty stand-up job already. So the flamer seems to be maybe a longer reach. Yeah, we're going to be good down the bottom left here. Let's go up the top right, top left, and just give it a hand.
creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Alright, so that was all pretty good. We're really low on our plant biomass now, so we better get these up and running, these pumps going. Ow, cat. Now the cat is clawing me. Real Pooks is a cruel master.
Base is under attack.
So for those wondering, cat's name is actually Pandora. We call her Pooks for short. I don't know why. We just do. Okay, now we want what filters? Yep. So we've got 4, so we can do 4, 3, 4. Basically a 1-to-1 ratio between the pumps and the liquid filters. And unlike in like Factorio, etc., it's just straight input-output. You don't need to, work out how much the pipes can actually carry or not, or anything like
I'm
that.
detecting a change in wind
We're
power.
really low on
This may
ironium.
affect our wind turbines.
So we're gonna jump up here, and we're just gonna quickly create a new ironium plant.
Wind has stopped. This will affect wind turbine power generation.
Just stop. Oh, that's not great. So I think at the moment, all my iron is going into ammo production, which is not ideal. If I can scan anything in here, if I just destroyed it all. I just destroyed it all.
Not enough plant biomass.
Yep, so now we're hitting the biomass challenge. Starting to get a little bit, yeah, now power's really getting sucked down.
Not enough plant biomass.
Right, so what we might do is actually just go harvesting.
Cobalt storage is full.
Just try and
Build
get
more
our
storage facilities.
power back up while
Warning. Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. You should go there and clear it out.
The wind
Red-
is coming back.
red things
Wind
look
power
like
is
the
returning to
cranberries out
normal.
of New World, and I keep on wanting to think, oh, we need to harvest those. Nope. No need. Hi there. I'd love to use a flamer right now.
Not
I
enough plant
don't wanna
biomass.
destroy my... Yeah, okay. So, manual harvesting is totes not going to work. So, we're going to teleport back to where we were. We should have some ironium, yeah, we're starting to get that come back in. Alright, so run across and we can start doing our cultivators. So we'll just
Not enough
cultivate the
plant
area that
biomass.
we're in, I think. So we'll go one here, and I'm out of that, so I can at least put that there. Go across.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a
Start
nearby
planning
nest.
and harvesting.
Not enough plant biomass.
Yeah, I know. It's because I can't work out a rate at the moment, mate. If you gave me more information, like how much biomass one of these actually generates, then I might be able to do that. But you don't, so I can't, so I won't. Now we do have this option here. I'm just a little bit worried about stuff sneaking in. So, well, at least
Not enough plant biomass.
drop this off like this.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
I'm not convinced that it will happen, so I'm just going to do that instead. And then I can start using this tunnel area for the cultivation area too. Because really at the moment there's nothing else going on down here, so
Not enough plant
might as well.
biomass.
So we're going to do another cultivator. Another harvester next to it. We need power, of course. And we're going to need pipes. That. Then run this across.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. You should go there and clear it out.
And we're starting to see some power outages as a result. It's not good. And not run out of biomass, it seems. Ironically, my cultivators, etc., are reliant on biomass, so I think the way to do this is to run over here. Maybe just switch some of these off for the time being. Get us into positive power. While we get our positive
Not enough plant
biomass.
biomass.
Of course, that's using up all my uranium now because we've shot off a few shots. We've got a deposit, we could go manually. You know what, we're going to manually harvest. I'm failing at this game. You need to manually harvest, you really haven't done your job right. And one job. One job.
Not enough plant biomass.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our power reserves are going back up.
Warning,
gonna sit
a
here
new
till
group
we
of
get to
hostile
maybe
creatures is
1,000
coming
or
from a
so.
nearby nest.
Uranium, that should give us the next two cultivators. And we're 18 minutes off alien cultivation level 2, so if I can upgrade them, then that should also provide me with a heap of extra
Not
stuff.
enough plant biomass.
You know what, this is close enough. Manual harvesting is
Cobalt
really
storage
not
is
what I
full.
was after.
Build more storage facilities.
Okay, so we'll take our pipes down there like that. You don't want to be there. Go. Right, they're all outputting water now. And then
Base is under attack.
let's put a cultivator here maybe. This one up the top.
Not enough plant biomass.
And harvest station right next. Give us the water.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. You should go there and clear it out.
Keep telling me this. Now you keep on flashing up as not having water. Why is that? Alright, so you're outputting 50 a second. You need 100 a second. Oh, right. So 4 of these are actually just gonna do 2 of them. So I've just overloaded my system. Right, okay. Meaning not good enough. I'm still not gonna have enough biomass. Wow. Setting up these guys really did
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
really did increase my requirements. I could make things a little bit more efficient and just get rid of some things that are taking up power, maybe that don't need to be there, but we're talking probably small amounts of power in the grand scheme of things. Because it's these, I guess, ironium and carbonium producers that are really sucking up power. So I do view that as somewhat of a short-term fix. Got this mud area here. That's going to be my expansion point.
Warning! A new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Yet another expansion where I need to build more turrets, etc. I am just going to sell, 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 sell. Instead, just expand things upwards like this. Right, at least. Launcher, and then I've got 2 more. That. Flamer. Now we're going to need more power.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. You should go there and
kind
clear
of
it out.
covered by that as well, so I think that'll do us just to start us off. Ultimately, if it falls, it's just going to be this section here, although they will eventually break through, but there's a little bit of, I guess, kind of back up here. We can sell that. And then that gives us more area to pump.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage
So
facilities.
I might be able to get 2 pumps out of this. Ah, straight away. Straight away it's got incoming. Oh, I might get 3. Lucky me. 2. Yeah, 3 there. Ultimately, got water filtering plant. That needs 100 a second to produce 50 water. So we'll do that and that. An extra 100. An extra little bit of water is not really going to get us anywhere. Hi cat, yes. Now nuzzling my chin. Clearly wants attention. And then we're going to go cultivator.
hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Okay, so this should... This toad's gonna get a big attack at some point. What we do need the repair facility up there, which we don't have. Just switch this one back on. No.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
We're gonna do upgrade a AI. We are. Going with the upgrades rather than building. That should enable us, once one of those upgrades is finished, to get these guys in place.
Warning! Hostile creatures are closing in on our base. Prepare for an attack.
Yep, and now we've got an attacker coming, of course. So this is going to come from largely from the bottom. So we can expect this to be attacked. We can expect maybe this area to be attacked. So that's probably the area that I'm a little bit concerned about. So let's jump down there and use those final 4 to beef up the fences here. Oh hey, that's pretty. These trees happening here.
Base is under attack.
Clearly built trees for us. And then study the trees, learn more about the trees. But what we want to do here, probably just drop in a flamer at the corner here. Oh, cat, really? Pay attention to me.
Warning! Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. You should go there and clear it out.
Ignore these fools on Twitch. Pay attention to me. Wish I could set up a cat cam or something for you guys.
Danger! An aggressive horde has entered the area. It is less than a minute away.
Less than a minute.
Base is under attack.
My guys, can't you see I'm green? I'm the good guy here. Oh, no, they're all just gonna kind of waste themselves down here.
Cobalt storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Whoa. These guys go. There they are, breaking through the walls. There's something to understand about. Get out.
Base is under attack.
Flame
There
it
is a
down.
breach in our walls.
Yeah. New achievement, scientist and horrible person. horrible person. I don't know what the horrible person award was for, but I appreciate the humor in it. Okay, so these were only single.
Warning. Hostile creatures
walls
are coming
lots of
from a
things.
nearby nest. We
So I
should go
think we're
there
gonna
and
have
clear
to
it out.
Ease those up a little bit. So that underneath the wall, that the entire purpose of this place now is just basically it's a little bit of a bastion to save the pressure on other places, and double walls would seem to be appropriate. Still low on biomass.
Base is under attack.
Let's jump up here and just check that nothing too bad happened. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I have to start upgrading these walls. The other option, of course. Don't have an exit here, do I? Alright, we can build one.
Carbonium storage is full.
We have
Build more
technology.
storage facilities.
Now I do think I've got a biomatter direct to power plant, so maybe I'll take that offline. I don't know where I put them. Can't remember anyway. So only a few more minutes and then I'll have my...
Weather conditions are changing. Wind speed is increasing.
From a nearby nest.
Actually, the other thing I can do is upgrade our storage a bit.
The wind is much stronger than usual.
Hey, we get extra wind power. Let's do some mass upgrades. That's right, I think I put it around here, but I can't see it anymore, so maybe I already offlined it. It is going to need water. How much? Water or supercoolant? And then a lot of energy. Look at all the energy requirement. 10k a second. Makes everything else kind of pale in comparison.
Warning.
4 minutes till the next
Hostile
level of
creatures are
cultivation.
coming from a
So,
nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
not sure those trees were the best idea down here. Or not, as the case may be. If there's anywhere I can land, it's going to be... So we get this familiarity, so presumably there's going to be a database about plants. Resource drops are those. It's telling us a little bit about the resource drops, right? Ah, yeah, so you get familiarity with bonus resources. What I'd really like is a plant that is awesome for biomass, basically. Maybe that is just the grass. Oh, didn't like that then. Spike in a game
The
setting or
wind is
something.
calming down. Wind turbine power output is coming back to normal.
I might just switch you back to... Can't switch you back to grass. I like grass, please. Failing that, I'll take the other option. Ah, there's a gap in the wall here. That's not good. Scan the plants.
Warning. Hostile
Basically,
creatures are coming from a nearby
scan these
nest.
things,
We should go
and I'll
there
get
and clear it
extra
out.
resources from them. So basically, we want to be as familiar as possible with our plants, and then we can get extras from them. Yeah, I know killing plants doesn't help towards that, but it's all part of a plan, I swear. We are 2 minutes off our increased cultivation. Now, hang on. How much water are we outputting here? So this is outputting 50, 100, 150. And then we've got cultivator, cultivator, cultivator. So presumably these things should be running out of water every so often. I'm wondering what the ideal ratio of harvesters are though. Right? Because we've got one cultivator here. I wonder if it'll tell us. You can tell us? Harvest station. Depending on what's gathered, yep. It's not really going to tell us anything further, but we do have a lot of green around here,
Warning.
right?
Hostile creatures are
So I'm
coming from a
wondering-
nearby nest. We should go there and
We
clear
would
it out.
just say add this guy here. Maybe get a little bit of extra harvesting on the side. Maybe no problem. I'm just not letting my... Yeah, so look at all this grass here. So if we then get another harvesting station.
Base is under attack. A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
And hopefully that will mean that we can speed up our biomass production without necessarily needing to build more cultivation stations, although we are going to upgrade them. Oh, we can upgrade them now as well. Okay, what's our upgrade cost? So it'll take the same amount of water, a bit more energy, and you get extra drones. That seems like a good deal to me. And then we're going to chuck in another harvester down here as well.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Vibranium. What do we do?
Wind is slowing down. The air is getting dense.
So I guess
A
one
fog
good
is
reason
forming
for
up.
getting rid of the nest would actually be to stop those attacks and therefore stop the slow drain of my uranium when I need it.
It's hard to see anything in this fog.
Switch that on. Fog's gonna help reduce my power, but we should have enough for a while. Alright. So I think that once this fog has cleared, we will go up and clear out those nests. The other thing I think that we probably want to do is start upgrading our walls here. So if I just select this, what's the upgrade cost? Just carbonium. So it makes sense to do it.
Warning, hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Base is under attack.
The fog is clearing up.
Yeah, I know this is the boring part of the game, running around and upgrading walls. But it must be done. Survive here in Galatea. Of course, it's smashing into our carbonium reserves again.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
These fancy walls. Way too. Damn it. Go. Hey, that's a good sign. It's an excellent sign. Things are improving around here. We have all that excess biomass now. So we've finally done it, people. We have stable biomass. Of course, it's all predicated on not running out of power. But, you know, one of the reasons why we have it is to get power, so it's this vicious cycle, really. Yeah, we want to find out about you. You look important. There we are. New species.
Interesting. It appears that this life form contains large amounts of hazonite in crystallized form.
As a knife.
If we can gather more samples of this species, We could learn how to obtain larger quantities of Hazenite to craft better equipment and weapons. Warning, hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Now the fog is over, I think. Yep. So, the other thing that I wanted to do is some weapon upgrades. So let's go
Research
to,
completed.
oh, yeah, I know. I can add that to research now as well. Hazenite handling. So let's go to crafting, and so we've already got the flamethrower upgrade. I feel like the hammer, so that gives us a stun chance and slightly better attack. What's this do? It does lightning damage. This does area damage, so yeah, so the spear does critical damage. This just does regular physical damage. Alright, so let's do the
Crafting completed.
let's go to the inventory and equip my better hammer now. Hammer? Advanced hammer? Oh, there we are. Put in mods. Oh! Let's make it a stunner. Alright, can I do that now? Ooh, alright, so now we get modded weapons. Can I mod this one? I can. It does fire damage over time, so I could do a cryo flamer. Which is small. So it turns the fire into acid and then they get, yeah, okay, that sounds cool. Alright. So we do get some cool things happening here. So and let's just disassemble our old stuff, right? I know I've got probably some of these equipped. But we're gonna go with, oh no, these are the ones that I've got equipped now as well. But we're gonna upgrade our gear to the new standard. And that's basically all I can upgrade because all the rest is just standard in terms of the guns. But we will go with a small machine gun.
Crafting completed.
Alright, we'll go to the inventory. Instead of this one, we're going to go with this one. We're going to get a mod. Alright, oh, new things. Okay, so additional projectiles spawned when the target is hit. Cool. Alright, piercing, so it'll just go straight through them. Splash damage radius. So it starts doing a little bit of splash damage instead. Reduce the spread. Can do a bit of auto aim. I'm not sure about auto aim actually. Or we can speed up the rate of fire. I'm kind of interested in that cluster projectiles because I feel like that could be really cool. So we're going to equip that one. We can't get a better rocket launcher at the moment. We can get better sword. So let's go to our swords. We're going to craft an advanced sword.
Crafting completed.
Okay, go to inventory. You're going to be the advanced sword with a mod on it. Just go with range. I feel like range could be useful. Back to crafting. Oh no, back to inventory maybe. Okay. Disassemble some things, so might be here. Yeah, so disassembly, yep. Disassembly. Cool. Back to crafting on this. I don't really want a spear, I don't think. I think I want an advanced power shift fist, but I can't do that at the moment. Let's jump to what else? What else can I do? I've got power jump, which is a standard sort of thing, and then for these other things, I need, you know, some kind of awesome source stuff. An emergency explosion. Well, I suppose you do want to only explode things in an emergency. Currently, I've got those equipped, which all seems pretty reasonable. Movement speed increase, moving speed increases, that sort of thing. Yeah, so that's some personal upgrades. Alright. Now, we've already tried out the advanced flamer, of course. We haven't tried it with the
Base
acid
is
damage,
under attack.
so let's do that. Acid flamer. So the look of it doesn't change. Let's instead try this guy now. Let's do a... Alright, there's some enemies up here we can try it out on. Hi guys. Yeah, say hello to my little friend. He's here for you. Black. That's a grenade, I'm pretty sure. Right up. Hi guys. Yeah, so you can see that those additional shots are coming up now.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Yeah,
This looks like a
wiping
nest
them
of some
down.
sort. We should clear it out and reduce the strength of hostile attacks.
There is a lot of them inside. This might be difficult.
You reckon? Not for me, sir. Man. That's probably not appropriate. We're just gonna torch the thing. Ow! These. And we've got the final nest down here. Let's see what's in the area. Oh, hi guys. Hi there.
Warning! An aggressive horde is amassing near our base. Prepare to defend our base.
Coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
Guys aren't good.
This should stop them from gathering in this area and improve our chances of survival.
Every bit helps. A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Ah. Sneaky little guy. So we don't want to be caught in the open when the horde comes. Or do we? Would that be entertaining? Yes, it would. But am I likely to die? Yes, I am. So we shan't do that. We're going to drop back to base. All seems to be coming off to the right here. Now I did improve the walls here. But one of the things I haven't improved here is our regular standard turrets. Could use the upgrade to level 2, I feel. Gonna keep going like that. I can actually get them up to level 3.
Danger!
Let's do
Enemy
that.
creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight.
Let's see what these end up doing. Alright, so we're no longer at our cobalt cap. We've got surplus of materials, which is a good thing. And they come down the bottom here. Just get our flamer out. It's got to be my favourite weapon so far. There's my gate. It's up here, yeah. Alright, that puts us between the two
Base is under attack.
Now the bulk of them seems to be coming down here. That's where we're going to just put in some initial effort. Roll them off. Clear out a heap of them. Oh yeah. There also starts going, oh my god, what are you doing to me? I'm 10 years old. I'm not built for this kind of pressure. That's fine. Basically all I'm doing is taking the pressure off, getting rid of these small guys, so that, you know, I don't have to worry too much.
Attack.
And I actually do have an incoming phone call, so give me 2 seconds. Just gonna Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that. Just incoming call. One of my friends have just announced that they're pregnant, so good for them. You know, it's exciting news. Anyway, we're here to play games. Where were we? Oh, being attacked. That's right. So we're playing off these guys. Wow, those Mark 3s. The size of it. I like this auto gun. The amount of firepower it seems to put down range is good. Clear up these guys. Excellent. I am very curious to know what those achievements were for, particularly the horrible person, what I did for those. Maybe it was destroying that crystal.
Prepare for an ion storm.
Guys. Ion storm, that's not good. So basically Iron Storm means that my map's going to disappear. And possibly my rifts as well. I haven't seen those.
The Ion Storm has started. All sensors are down.
Yeah,
A lot of our
sensors.
equipment has been disabled. We have to wait until the storm passes.
Turn you on. And then we do have huge excess of power now, but I think that's just as a result of the Iron Storm and not anything else. But basically, we're going to continue to build up our fabrication area here with a bit more carbonium synthesizers and a bit more ironium. So we're just trying to...
Everything is getting back to normal. Thankfully, this didn't last long.
Oh, yeah. So let's see what other upgrades we can do. Can we? No. Ah, we can upgrade our pumps. So our pumps are doing. It's gonna do 100.
I've detected an unusually large creature roaming the nearby area.
Sounds like an interesting research
That means
specimen.
I can put
We
in
should go to
another
its
one of
location and see
these.
what we can learn.
There's a special creature wandering around now as well, so that'll be a good fight, and we'll go have a look at that in a second. So I can do a little bit of gas. It's not going to be enough to power another one of these, unfortunately, but it would be an upgrade. It does also mean that down here I should be able to get more mud coming out of these. Then more mud means more water means potentially more power. Run it so that I can get some cultivators and stuff up here as well, maybe. Can I upgrade these yet? No. Upgrade my gas. Need palladium to do it. He says, well, ammo. Definitely don't want to run out of ammo. Upgrade
creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
We're gonna get a raise. Got our creature over here, so we'll go and check him out. Once I know that it's gonna be good for the power supplies. How are we going on cultivation? So we've got extra here. Yeah, I think I'll... Right, so if they've got... You're producing 150 a second now, right? If these
Warning,
bug pools will
a new
dry
group
up,
of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
that would be unfortunate. Yeah, it's starting with rolling blackouts. So that's really important to keep rolling, so just maybe switch off these guys for the time being. Those artilleries, you just kind of take them out before they even hit the fences. We'll go down here. I think. Go down here, and what I want to do is maybe just expand this out a little bit closer to the border.
Warning, a new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Yes. Expand out those mud supplies. And we're also just gonna sell up these ones. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Base is under attack.
Get a 6
It's
there.
getting cloudy. It looks like it's going to rain.
Like I would have already tried. This one's not successful.
This rain is harmless to our base, but it decreases solar
Right,
panel
so
efficiency
an
until it
additional
stops.
5 times 50, which is of course 250.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Huh.
Warning. Hostile creatures are coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
You know what? I'm just gonna skip on the heart. Instead, just run with a little bit of excess system down here. And then these two are going to power another set of fire composters. They're going to produce my funnel gas, so 1, 2, 1 plant, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to stick with 4 and not the limit that I could potentially produce. At this point, I don't know how much leeway I've really got. Just gonna put another gas power plant here. 1. Gas line. Down.
The rain is over.
Keep an eye on our biomass again. This feels very familiar. But I believe I can still do some upgrades around the place here.
Warning. A new group of hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
Back up north and turn back on our uranium generator. It's really the difference between excess or not, which kind of makes me feel like I need another one. Otherwise, we're just going to have very slow uranium generation. Excess of 500 power at the moment, but it's daylight. That's the thing. So, jump back down. These should give us another 400. Yep. Jump back up north. And next thing we're going to put down is
Warning.
another
Hostile
uranium
creatures are
factory,
coming from a nearby nest. We should go there and clear it out.
for which we need more copper. No. Oh, it's a building limit. No, it's a factory. I want the synthesizer, wherever that is. To the right here. Yeah, there we go. Our power is not going into deficit. Night time.
Warning!
use it during
A new group of
night.
hostile creatures is coming from a nearby nest.
So I think here we're gonna go out and we're gonna look around. Go find some meat. There. Flamer on those other guys. Make them very small. Down. Alright, so he's gonna be down in back here. It's probably a salvo for him. Whatever this is, it's gonna be.
This creature is extremely hostile. It can be dangerous to our base.
Kill it before it kills us. We'll finish researching it in the lab.
Hi there.
Threat neutralized.
I wonder what made it so aggressive. Maybe we can learn something important after researching it in a lab.
Warning!
Objective.
Hostile creatures are closing in on our base. Prepare for an attack.
These guys are gonna come from the north. Not really sure that my defenses up top here can really withstand too much. Let's just go make sure that they have a bit of an upgrade in form of some artillery. Can upgrade is upgraded.
Danger! Hostile creatures are approaching our base. Get ready for battle.
On this one, I've actually got towers where I'm able to sit and shoot things. Gonna sit up here. About.
Base is under attack.
Guys.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
completed.
Know how to do these things. Internet handling is currently in the queue. We could do shockwave tower. Otherwise, everything kind of needs the next upgrade, it seems. Which are these guys here, and do suck up a fair bit of power. We could upgrade them. We're level 2. You're not level 2. This one I need a lot more energy resources basically to upgrade, but you can be uploaded. Upgraded, uploaded, to.
Warning! I'm detecting an intense ion storm coming our way, due to a recent coronal mass ejection on Galatea's sun. It may disable some of our equipment.
The ion storm is disabling our equipment.
Yes, it's separate. Separate to our research station that we did elsewhere. So it'll be interesting to see what this does. Advanced rocket launcher. That come into play. Launching gun, flamethrower. Rocket launcher. Nuclear mines. IMS is holding pretty steady at the moment.
Everything is getting back to normal. Thankfully, this didn't last long.
Alright, so this is place now. Do more? Yeah, okay. Two. We'll do mean that I get new options. New options. I think you meant to put it next to like some kind of anomaly or something. Find something that you can't research or just normal stuff. You'll find these next to it. Wasting my time. Can chuck in another lab. That's required. Now I do have good source of water down here. Hey.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Interesting. It appears that this life form contains large amounts of hazonite in crystallized form. If we can gather more samples of this species, we could learn how to obtain larger quantities of hazonite to craft better equipment and weapons.
We can use the orbital scanner to search for larger populations of this life form. Their presence should lead us to large quantities of hazonite.
That's an excellent idea, Mr. Riggs. Our equipment sure could use an upgrade.
Orbital scanning finished. Potential hazonite-rich location detected. I have marked the rift jump coordinates on the orbital scanner interface.
That was super fast. It looks like there's a lot of these plants, or mushrooms, or whatever we should call them nearby. We can work on proper categorization as soon as we study more samples of the species.
Could go for a new version of that.
Research completed.
No. Research. Ah, hello. That unlocked a few things. What we got here? The rail. Railgun. Okay. Sonic sensors. Make myself invisible. That's cool. That's definitely cool. That's cool too. So we're gonna get all three. And then I need to research other things too. Those cool. All right. Yeah, to encounter all species. Let's go to things. All right. So outpost 1. That this guy here is getting my cobalt. This guy here is farming up bits and pieces. Got the uranium area. Got the acidic plains area. So this is meant to be for palladium. And this is for titanium. Now I think titanium is the next thing that I really want to get. So at the moment we do have a steady source of income for ironium, which is good. Our power situation is pretty stable. I mean, it's going to fluctuate overnight, but that's fine. Do wish I had more. Always want more. But for the time being, I think we're just gonna wing it. So yeah, we'll go to here, and let's go to the volcanic biome and have a look around. Okay. Here we are. We're just gonna run a
Rift
rate
jump
pulse.
successful. Warning. Temperature above safety levels. This area is hotter than we expected. My armor is going to sustain damage from the heat.
We've landed in the middle of an active volcanic area. We expected high temperatures, but not this high. The measurements from the orbital scanner were different. Something's off. We won't survive here for long.
Right.
Ashley, I'm detecting multiple temperature anomalies close to our position. It looks like my sensors are broken. The temperature suddenly drops in these areas by hundreds of degrees.
We received some anomalous readings from the orbital scanner. This might be it. We have to investigate that.
So there seems to be some safe spots where my shield's not gonna I know my shield's gonna replenish now. Safe spot. Yeah, we're not gonna survive here long at all, folks. We also get, oh god, something like that happened. That make the dudes. Just explosives.
There's a dense ash cloud on the horizon. It's coming our way. It's going to get dark soon. The sky is covered in ash and dust. Our solar panels are useless now.
The atmosphere is clearing up. Base operations returning to nominal levels.
This is amazing. These plants are unlike anything I've ever seen before. The temperature around them is much below the freezing temperature of water.
Ashley, moving closer to this plant, we can study it from up close and cool off in its aura.
The chemical compounds that are secreted by these plants react with the volcanic gases that are present here. This reaction sucks enormous amounts of energy from the space around it, resulting in very rapid cooling of its surroundings. It's an astonishing survival mechanism.
We can use this effect to our advantage. The space around these plants is safe for us, so we can use it to regenerate while moving around this biome.
We should try to replicate this effect. We have to gather enough samples of this plant to research it in our lab. We can do that by cutting them down or by using the bioscanner.
I would strongly suggest using the bioscanner. It is much more effective at gathering usable samples. And it will not destroy our safety zones. You can craft it in the armory if you haven't done that already.
This growth formation is very peculiar. It's a crystal entwined in very strong vines. It looks like this life form actually cultivates this crystal.
This crystal contains a rare mineral called thirdonite. It can be used for gravitational field manipulation when combined with a powerful magnetic field. It doesn't exist on Earth.
The magnetic field in this biome is acting completely strange. It is very fitting to see this mineral here. We should definitely research these crystals further. This will allow us to gather more thirdonite and create new equipment.
Hi guy. I didn't actually mean
I'm hearing some loud, distant explosions. A nearby volcano has just exploded. My radar is tracking a cloud of fast-moving objects heading our way. Prepare for bombardment.
tons of stuff flying everywhere. None of it's gonna be friendly.
We're getting hit by volcanic bombs. There's rock raining from the sky.
Ah. You're pushing me, buddy.
Weapon dropped.
Damn it. Really? Straight away? Kill me? No, you didn't kill me. Just gonna this way and grab your equipment. Sword back. Ah.
The sky is getting clear. The danger is over. There's an intense aurora in the sky. Prepare for an ion storm. It's going to disable a lot of equipment.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. This ion storm is really intense. It disabled a lot of equipment. We have to wait it off.
Wow, we don't have radar. Running low on self-repairs. That could be our cue to leave. Cryo area. Soon.
Ślimak, ślimak, co tu robisz? Taki ładny, taki tłusty. Będzie z ciebie wór kapusty.
What? What did you say?
Okay.
I did not say anything.
Are you breaking down from the heat?
No. Are you hallucinating?
What? Of course not. Someone screwed up your programming.
My programming is impeccable. I was designed and perfected by some of the best programmers that humanity has ever seen.
Of course you were. You were the best AI on this planet.
Research completed.
Hard. And we just want to have more repair packs available. So we'll get back to here. And we might go see about upgrading the armories too. Alright, so armory upgrades.
Carbonium deposit depleted. Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
I don't know where my other armory is. Find out so I can upgrade it. It should give me more repair packs. On the plus side, we seem to be maxing out on our
A new technology has been developed.
New technologies are available for development. New blueprints are available for craft. I'm detecting a decrease in wind speed. This may affect our wind turbines.
Is our plant gonna be upgraded? Thought that would
The wind is very slow today.
still do check actually. Armories, so we can do 2 of 2. Yeah. Tell me where things are. No. Okay, build a different bio. Extra frustrating. Oh no, here it is. Start racking up now. Let's repairs a bit more.
Research completed.
Let's just see what other research we can do. So we do. What's this? A railgun tower. Add that to the research. And sonic sensors. Sure. Guns. Plasma gun. That's right, I was gonna get a advanced power fist when I could, so let's craft that.
Crafting completed.
And then let's check out what other things that we could do. So we could do high caliber rifles, plasma guns, railgun. What's a railgun do? You go for the railgun.
Crafting completed.
Alright, so let's attach that as my rocket launcher now. Seems to think the DPS will go down, but I'm guessing it's the damage type that's going to make things good for me. And then the power fist, let's add in a stun chance for that.
Wind is picking up again.
nice. Okay.
There's a dense ash cloud on the horizon. It's coming our way. It's going to get dark soon.
The ash cloud is upon us. Visibility is down, and air temperature is up. You wouldn't want to breathe this. Solar panels are disabled as well.
The ash clouds have dispersed now. Air visibility is back to normal.
It is brilliant. Sample.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
I'm hearing some loud, distant explosions. A nearby volcano has just exploded. My radar is tracking a cloud of fast-moving objects heading our way. Prepare for bombardment.
Danger! Large volcanic chunks of rock are dropping from the sky. They can cause serious damage.
The sky is getting clear. The danger is over.
So we can regenerate. Really knowing that not all these cryoplants will actually give you a sample, unless you want to run the risk of destroying them, at which point you don't have your safety zone. Although I guess that's part of the challenge of mining. It'd be also nice if you could somehow display them on the mini-map, actually see where they are. Seconds. Alright, we've got at least one repair back. No, no sound. No. Other option is just try and run through everything. A sample. Hurrah for the sample. Let's wait till we get shields back. Might just leave this one for the time being. Since it's... Oh, no. 2 samples. Only 4 more to go, folks. Only 4 more to go. Let's get the radar up. There doesn't seem to be anything really in the immediate vicinity. Okay. Hi there. Don't wake up. Really? I don't want you to get out of bed by myself.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for
Basically, those
crafting.
guys won't wake up. They're pretty passive defensive creatures.
detecting intense seismic activity. A strong earthquake is coming.
Earthquake is fine. Earthquakes.
The earthquake's epicenter is near our position. It will deal serious damage to all our buildings in that area.
Scan everything.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for
We've finished researching Ferdinite handling. The results are amazing. This mineral will allow us to craft entirely new equipment and weapons of extreme quality. The only problem is that we need to find more of this resource. Mr. Riggs, can you search for large condensations of the entwined Ferdinite crystals using the orbital scanner?
Roger that, Ashley. I have located a potentially Ferdinite-rich location. The rift jump coordinates are marked on the orbital scanner interface.
Scanning you. Alright, so we're just going to go
The
back to those
technology
samples
queue is
before
empty.
and hope that they drop us the final piece of the puzzle. We're up here, yep. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's indestructible. Right, well, that's not helpful. Where was the other sample? It was down south, wasn't it? Basically, because I'm getting a bit sick of wandering around. Imagine on the harder modes.
The technology queue is idle.
Extremely difficult.
Select new technologies for development.
Hi guys. And here we are, the final
We've
cryo
gathered
sample.
enough samples to study these cryoplants in our alien research
Excellent.
laboratory. Research completed.
Excellent, finally. Alright, so we're going to go over to Alien Research. We're going to grab this one, add that. And then I think that's it for today, or for the moment. We're going to head back to HQ, and this is where I'll stop streaming. And in the next episode we can go through and we can, explore that magma biome, hopefully without constantly taking damage, which would be good. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this stream. It looks like it has continued through, which is always a positive. My name is Pooks, and if you're watching on Twitch, then hopefully you'll be inclined to drop me a follow. if you're watching on later on YouTube or well, YouTube, that's all it's going to, then please consider dropping a subscribe or a like. It really helps me out. I'm just a new streamer after all. Or drop a comment in the bottom, or if you didn't like it, let me know as well. It's always helpful feedback either way. Again, my name is Books, and I'll see you next time.